We're in the red light district, which is actually quite lovely during the day, but
2 months traveling on the road, our home is where the traffic flows. We'll bring you everywhere we go and sleep in a freezing cold van because we're a little bit crazy, but you'll see that it's worth it.
Well, late last night we arrived at the campsite and I was trying the park. The ground is super soft and we are stuck. So we're gonna go eat breakfast, and then later on a guy's gonna come to help us pull her out of here, get it unstuck.
stuck in the mud.
These people know how to eat. This is delicious.
Okay, we are going to attempt to pull out of our hole here. They've set us up. And we got Herbie behind the wheel, just giving it a little go. Woo! All right. We're both kind of feeling under the weather, so we ordered some Domino's pizza for delivery.
The other option was bike about 1 to 2 miles in the cold.
And the rain.
Or delivery.
And putting on real pants.
No one wants to put on pants.
No. All right, we had a flat tire. It is all fixed. We figured you guys wouldn't care about watching that. So now we're back, and that's a cool car. Now we're back in Ginny, and we're headed to Amsterdam.
Onward, but not northward. Actually, we are going north. Northward, but not upward.
That was a joke that you'll only understand if you've read Flatland.
And I actually said it wrong.
Yeah.
Because it's northward, not upward. It's upward, not northward.
Oh my gosh. Such fail. We're here in Amsterdam, and we're going to show you that there's so much more to this city than just weed and the red light district. In Amsterdam, the older buildings, you see them leaning into the street. It's not by accident. You'll also see on these buildings big hooks at the top near the roof, and it's because they would lower down buckets of water, of waste, and in order to let the buckets go straight down to the street, all the buildings are leaning forward. Red light district, which is actually quite lovely during the day, but at night the windows behind me and many along the street are full of very illegal prostitutes. And behind me you can see that there's a chair and a red curtain. If the curtain's drawn, someone's happy. We're heading into the Moko Museum right now, which has more modern and contemporary art collections with artists such as Hearst and Banksy and Andy Warhol. If you haven't heard of Banksy, you should know about him because he's an incredibly influential contemporary artist still painting today. He has completely changed the way people look at street art. All of his work is outdoors and completely illegal, but he's become so famous that art collectors are now trying to collect his work by literally peeling it off the walls or removing the entire wall. So here we have a very rare collection of Banksys that he may or may not approve of since they're not in their original places. Steel, not a balloon.
That was your last message.
fall off.
Ooh. Here 9 years ago when I came here to Amsterdam while I was studying abroad in Italy, my junior year of college, and it's still the same, still just as delicious.
So now that we're done with this, we're going to be putting all the cameras away and walking back to the van.
Through the red light district.
Yes, and if you have a camera out and they think you took pictures or video or anything like that, apparently a big, scary, strong guy comes along and smashes your camera.
Or just takes it.
Or takes it, yeah. So either way, not gonna risk it. But.
Look at the chimney smoking.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's a diesel heater.
Crystal skies, crowded places, lonely faces, howling wind in those eyes, desperation, hesitation for the wind.
We have returned to this side.
Yeah, so we actually parked across the river channel main waterway. So we're across from Amsterdam proper.
We've returned to Den Haag. We had a great time in Amsterdam. It turned out that yesterday was the only sunny day of the whole week, and we kind of planned that we would be in Amsterdam for it, and it really worked out. It's a beautiful city with so much to do, and it's all islands divided up by canal systems, kind of like Venice, but not really at all.
And then you had such a young, lively crowd, and just everyone was walking around. It's so cool how it's such a bike town. Like, everyone was biking, but we chose not to bike because they bike like race car drivers. Like, they're really fast, they're zipping through everything, and
We like to see the sights.
yeah, we like to see the sights. So you go a little slower, and the other problem is if we're on a bike, they're going to expect us to go super fast, and we're not super fast.
It was really interesting for me because I had been to Amsterdam 9 years ago, and I was seeing it through completely different eyes. So it was exactly how I remembered, but I was concentrating on totally different things. Last time I was there, it was all about the canals and the construction around them and the houses and the beautiful old buildings. I went to Anne Frank's house, I went to Rembrandt's house. But this time, I found myself looking at all the houseboats because there's actually a really lively and active houseboat community in Amsterdam, which I didn't even notice barely last time I was there. But now that I'm living on a boat, I couldn't help but marvel at these incredible houseboat setups they have there, and the fact that they're all connected to shore power and a sewage system and everything. It's a really, really cool aspect of Amsterdam.
My favorite houseboat was the one that had the succulent garden on the roof. It was just so cool.
So now we've backtracked a little bit. We've gone back to Den Haag because we want to see the Escher Museum. It was only a 45-minute drive from our spot in Amsterdam, right by the ferry. And we have returned just to go to this museum, which I'm really, really excited about because MC Escher is an amazing artist.
So for me, coming from a non-art background, I actually had seen Escher's work a lot in courses on psychology and stuff like that, because that's what it is. It's just so abstract but real. Like, it's just the world fits together, but then it totally doesn't once you start really scrutinizing it. So it's really cool having studied all of these pieces of art in their relation to psychology for all those years, but never actually knowing who the artist was. And then we're in Den Haag, and May's like, oh, let's go see Escher. And I'm like, who's that? And then I Googled him, and it's all the pictures that I'd seen in textbooks forever.
But we came to Den Haag specifically to come to the Escher Museum, and it was so worth it. How cool to see all of his tessellations and the way his mind worked. Each one of his pieces is like a window into his mind, and I think that's the way he meant for it to be. It was really neat to learn about his fascination with the infinite, and that's what tessellations are all about, and that's what his infinite staircases are about, and he was a brilliant, brilliant man. Let's go.
Yes, into Cologne.
This cathedral in Cologne is one of the most famous in Germany, and for two very big reasons.
So right now, we're headed to Elt's Castle, which is the first of 3 German castles we're going to take you to in this episode.
Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends.
And if you'd like to follow our journey in real time on a map, receive postcards from our ports of call, and message us directly to the boat, you can go ahead and become a patron using the link in the description down below.